of and what you should know of Turkey, Istanbul. So, first of all, Turkey, Istanbul is one of the biggest cities in the world. Uh, it's larger than life. It's enormous. The amount of people on the street there are, well, if you're not used to this kind of crowd, you are going to be amazed. So, same as Bulgaria and I mean, street of UK on a weekend, on Christmas time, or like Mexico City, for example. I mean, it can really get crowded, and the thing is that people are used to that. So there's going to be street where it just looks like this huge manifestation or it's like something huge going on, but it's not. It's just people walking, living their daily life. So it's either car driving, bad traffic, just people are lining up for going on a boat across the other side of the bridge, or just some site that is popular and people trying to get to, or just downtown area. Anyway, so when I get there, so it's Arabic, so there's a lot of merchants and people trying to sell on the street. So you get immediately you're gonna get there, you're gonna get hassled by a lot of people trying to sell you SIM cards and get you in a taxi, get you to go to the hotel, get you to just buy something from them, anything. So just from yourself, kind of have an idea where you're going to go. And don't worry, even if you see things online tell you there's no Uber, and then in airport, a lot of time it's a lie. You're really going to check for yourself. But there's also um, have a um, have a taxi and a site like Uber that works. It's GoDaddy, a Didi, and then there's a uh, other sites that are typically used in Europe and some other countries that we don't use in the US, so check for that. And also keep in mind on taxi in those countries can be much cheaper than you used to. So yeah, just as long as you don't take a taxi from the airport, then you should just relatively be on the low end price. So my first impression when I actually get a ride and picked up from the airport is that there were all type of people crossing the road everywhere. There was no line. It was a mess. Everybody was honking. Nobody seems to be wearing seatbelts. Everybody's sitting in back of trucks. You see those people with bicycle carrying like a carrion behind them. Scooters doing the same thing, kind of like the pre-built mini, moped with a little cart in the back. So there's a lot of those, and there's a lot of these like they're using mini smaller horses and stuff, carriage to walk around, try to get people rides. You get small bus, large bus, so take a car, people crossing too. So it's very fast, very loud, and it's just the first one that wins. You really need to know how to drive. Um, and it can get pretty scary. So if you're not used to that, you're gonna get the ride of your life. I remember thinking, "Oh my God, I'm ready for anything. I have seen it all. I'm not scared of speed really. I mean, as long as it's safe, I got a seatbelt. But this was something else. This was like being on the back of a taxi trying to run away from the police as fast as he could. It was wild. It was a 30-minute long ride taxi that I didn't know I was going to make it. Anyway, I saw a smirk on the face of the taxi man when I kept there. It was funny. So the other thing is the ice cream, the texture. Um, it's like a marshmallow type of fudge. So it's a really cool thing that they have there. It's barely 75 cents for a large ice cream cone. Um, So they have subways there. They don't taste exactly the same, but their subways like a foot long is like 2.25, or some of them are two. So so 6 inch is I think it's I believe it's $1 something. It's pretty cheap. McDonald's price actually usually stay the same in every country in the world where you stay. That's what I notice a lot of the time. Is that the price on the burgers never changed. Combination changed. The meals that they have changed. A lot of time they don't have the self-serve drinks station in this country. So and the drink size are usually smaller. So it's not really a win-win if you go to McDonald's in other country, but it is a win-win if you just get food on the stand or their restaurant, or if you just go to the store. I mean, I found out that sometimes unless it's a huge store, you end up paying more when you buy in grocery store, unless it's a, like I said, a big really big chain and you're really selling, but buying from their just little booth, they're usually cheap. So they also have those corn stick things that are really good. Um, they have great meat over there. Uh, they're doing a lot of breakfast. They're big on like the Caesar salad and the feta cheese and the crepes and the gyros. Um, they love decorations, and you see a lot of those like like you see when you go to Paris, you go to this weekend market, or if you go to Toulouse, you see all these Arabic carpets and type of lamps, Arabic lamps and stuff. So they're big on that. You see a lot of these small and large carpets for sale. You see a lot of jewelry store, cheap jewelry store. You can get like a bracelet and necklace for 50 cents. That's what I get. You can get a lot of souvenir for about 50 cents. You can also cross American hotels and American spa with American price, so you don't want to stay away from that. But you can get a 4 or 5 star hotel that is not American cheap that uh, but will give you the best treatment ever with giant pool, with service, buffet, all of this. I paid 30 for one place for I think it was a week, 39. Was it 20? Yeah, it was 30, and I included the buffet on a like sixth floor, but it was another building. Uh, the view was amazing. It's like being in a movie. So you wake up, you go way up the stairs. I thought I was going to faint. And the view was worth it, but I was out to sleep with noise at night, so I didn't get to really enjoy it. But I did enjoy the breakfast. So I had a two-bedroom with a washer, dryer, and a kitchen for 3 nights with all the see the things that you need in the kitchen, just like renting an apartment for a week. And view right in the center was pretty cool. And the fact that I had all of this with food included was pretty good deal. Other place that I tried, same thing, it paid between 20 and 25, and that was the cheapest. And they all included limited cappuccino, espresso, juice, just a huge breakfast morning, and that usually includes plates of you have tomato and feta cheese and olives, black olives, green olives. You have some. You have crepes, small pancakes. On the side, you have cereal. You have yogurts. You have fruits. You have toast. You have marmalade. And then you have some cheese, ham, and like mini things to make sandwiches on the side. So I think that's pretty good, and usually located right where there's everything to see. So this was probably one of the best places out of all the places I went with Sarendi, Nepali, for me. Of course, included London. London is pretty cool. Um, but it was went to this one of the biggest market in the world. It's a million and millions of people, and it's 10,000 miles, 10 miles. Uh, is just something else. It's just Martians after Martians, jewelry after jewelry. You can buy spice by the pound, tea by the pound, uh, nuts, all type of things. It's just it's really cool. It's really cool, but if you don't watch out, you just end up buying, end up getting more than you need, and you just if you didn't come just for that, then watch out. There's also a lot of healthy options. There's also a lot of chocolatey and bakery places, pizza, all this. So visit-wise, so much you can see. First, there's a lot of church and monastery and mosques that are free to just go in. Giant park, palace park. So if you know center like Adil in Istanbul, there are about six things that you can just do by foot. Um, and if you go to my section on Istanbul, some of the longer video, short video, you see. If you follow me on Instagram, you see some pictures of the monuments, the water. You can take a cruise from one side to another one. You can take a smaller boat. You can take taxi. You can just walk the bridge to the other side yourself. You can see almost anything. You just also get an Uber. Uber is another way to like see everything around and get a free ride and just enjoy yourself without worry about time and waiting and like getting change or this. So make sure that this really saved my life. I love to have Uber. It's just I even invested on getting the monthly subscription because I realized how much I was using it because just having one that is in place that works that doesn't just disappear on you just working out of it just really save you time, money, headache. Many try not to abuse it, but many when you have things to carry. So that's what I would say. I would just press on as and if you have things to carry, or if it's an emergency, then just get Uber up or similar up. So yeah, you can go. And you can basically just ask any host, any hotel clerk, and it's brochure almost anywhere. You can go to any tourist agency, grab the brochure, decide what you're going to see first, what you're going to go. But you really can do it by foot, by riding, by boat, by scooter. I mean, you can do almost anything in 2 weeks. I was there for about 3 weeks. I spent my Halloween, even though we don't celebrate Halloween there, but I spent Halloween. Cool thing about Istanbul is you hear the music all night long, and then first thing at 5 a.m., 6 a.m., you hear the church ringing, so the bell ring, and you hear the celebration and the prayers and the music along. So that's the thing that you hear all the time. That's just the normal thing around there. Another thing is that people are super friendly over there. It's really nice, but you do have to respect their religion. So, like if you go to church, you gotta wear the, the voile, you gotta put the scarf on your head if you're a woman. Um, Other thing, if you're respectful, they're gonna be respectful. If you go in a less touristic area and it's more tough part of town, they be careful because I've been there, went to some store, and it's just the feeling was just the feeling of death with depression with suffering was like pretty high, and it was like wow, sad. But I mean, there's people living in the situation and just you know uh, they can decide that they want to spend their thinking, the positive or negative. Anyway, the water side, the parks is pretty cool. You can just go down, look at watch the sunset, sit by a rock and keep going. There's places where they play volleyball. There's places where they play soccer. There's lots of cats walking around. What else can I say? Uh, yeah, it's very friendly. You're gonna meet all type of people. You're gonna cross all type of tourists over there. Make an effort to speak the language that will help you. And yeah, don't be surprised if some UTV Wi-Fi don't work right in the hotel. Just don't make a fuss. You can ask why once it doesn't work, just change place. That would be my best advice. Another thing that was pretty impressive is on the ride back to the airport, you see lots of those giant tour, kind of look like uh, those water towers in those giant church type of arcs. And you see them all along on the way to the highway to the airport. And when you enter the airport, I remember arriving 5, 6 a.m. was like, wow. And when you get in the airport, it's pretty impressive. You have this giant, like, rich area of Chanel perfume stores. It's like a giant palace in an airport. It's pretty nice, but they are pretty strict. So you gotta watch the rules. They can make you sweat if they want to. So they feel like you're somebody, they feel like you need to sweat a little, they would make you sweat. So yeah. So there's so much more that I could tell you about Istanbul, Turkey, but I'm going to stop there. One last thing I did right with regard to Turkey by bus. The bus driver was smoking, was chain smoking the whole time. People were coughing, were crazy. It was a night bus. Bad idea. If I should have took a day bus, uh, maybe I would have escaped that. I remember asking to change seat. There was not that many people in the bus. They didn't let me change seat, so I had to endure this guy coughing my face the 6 hours straight. Um, it was not a great ride. I had to get a visa when we went for the border, which cost about 40, 50. Um, just it's more like a feeling who those people actually were when I was there. When I arrived to the bus station, people just selling giant breads all everywhere, coffee, food everywhere. It was really, really cheap to just get for a buck. You could get 10 giant pretzel. Uh, yeah, so you're not gonna stop. It's one thing. And people don't really stare at anybody. Everybody's just busy doing their lives. So that's one other thing. Is that uh, you don't have those people like in the US where they're just so bored and so depressed that they just stand in the street and just stare at people, uh, you know, stare, judge. You don't have any of that unless you're really looking for it. People are just too busy living in their life. So that's one good thing about that. So anyway, stay tuned, keep on watching. I'll come back with my new one, my impression of and what you should know about. And wish you everybody a great rest of the week. And don't forget to listen to my podcast and this podcast. I hope that one day I'll get a little more viewer, but it's okay. I'm doing good so far. It's a podcast that I was paid for the company too, so it's also for exposing other authors and artists and everybody who's acquainted on Instagram who's following us. So it's a global thing, so we can only help each other to grow and to get inspired and keep going and keep creating. All right, see you next time on my next video.